We're at Joint Base Andrews today, where we were given rare access to the aircraft that carries the Vice President when he travels around the U.S. and the world. Let's step on board Air Force Two. A week after that meeting between the Queen and senior members of the royal family, the palace has finally released a statement last night regarding the changes coming for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The next time we'll see some of these candidates is in March, when the physical part of this exam is administered. The United Kingdom has over 200 confirmed cases of coronavirus, and that number is expected to increase over the coming days and weeks. As we saw, many people preferred the new plant-based sausage sandwich over the original one. The surrogate's office moved from their longtime facility in Camden to this new one behind me on Lakeland Road in Blackwood, New Jersey. Protesters here at Parliament Square are trying to hold the government to account on these new changes. We tried to reach out to the Brexit office for the government side of the story, but they declined. On the night of Saturday, November 7th, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris took the stage in Wilmington, Delaware for the first time as president-elect and vice president-elect. The Philadelphia homeless encampment at 22nd and Ben Franklin Parkway is not going anywhere, at least not for a while. The mayors and the governors and all have had to start kind of implementing this because we're getting into the colder months as well, so it's kind of, you can't really have outdoor dining in the winter. Nick, Aaron, the town hall between President Trump and uncommitted voters took place, as we heard in our stories last week, and it was really interesting. We're at the White House today, where First Lady of the United States, Melania Trump, celebrated the one-year anniversary of her Be Best initiative. There were many successes over this year, and many important people were on hand to help celebrate. The Be Best anniversary began with a reception that included a band, station to write letters, cookies, and an all-time kid favorite, hopscotch. The formal ceremony was attended by the President, Vice President, members of the Cabinet, and students. It continued with an applause and standing ovation as the First Lady took the stage, where she talked about Be Best.
1 year ago today, I announced Be Best, an awareness campaign dedicated to the children of this country and all over the world. Be Best has 3 pillars: the well-being of children, online safety, and opioid abuse. And it continues to have one goal, which is to educate children and parents about the issues they face and promote programs and services available to help them with today's challenges.
After the First Lady's opening remarks, 3 people that have been involved with Be Best spoke about the changes they have seen with this initiative. They included CEO Stephen Bulkman of the Family Online Safety Institute, Director Francis Collins of the National Institute of Health, and Sinclair TV personality Eric Bowling. The event concluded with the First Lady giving a motorized wheelchair to a child with a disability and laying out what will happen in the next year of Be Best.
I'm committed to visiting more schools, hospitals, organizations, and companies to promote Be Best, and speaking to children around the country and world about their ideas and concerns.
As we heard, the First Lady discussed the successes of the Be Best initiative over this year, and there is still more to come. The First Lady also announcing today that she is planning another international trip for Be Best. Details to come later on. For now, reporting from the White House, I'm Justin Gick, LaSalle TV News. If you're a Philadelphian and find yourself in London and you're looking for a taste of home, look no further than the Passyunk Avenue Pub. Let's take a step inside and see what this place is all about. As you step inside, you are immediately transported to Philadelphia. All kinds of Philly memorabilia hangs from the walls and ceiling. Owner J.P. Teddy explains how this came about.
It was born out of my assessment that the American food scene in London wasn't very good, wasn't very accurate, and wasn't very authentic. And I thought that if we could create a concept that sort of accurately and truthfully represented, I think, a particular form of regional ethnic Americana, I think my thought was it would resonate.
It did resonate. The establishment opened its doors in March of 2018 and has drawn crowds from Philly and London, especially on sports nights. Everyone coming for a taste of Philly.
Obviously headlined by the cheesesteak. We're really well known for our cheesesteaks, but we do hoagies as well, which have been very popular. We do chicken parms. We do cannolis. We do roast pork. which is another very popular one. So we've tried to incorporate a lot of the stuff that we really like eating when we're back home.
Perhaps the most iconic area to be in the pub is the Nick Foles Bar. JP explains how this came to be.
So the Nick Foles Bar came about because we opened this place just after the Eagles won the Super Bowl. So we opened this place in March 2018. Like all loyal Philadelphia fans, championship deprived, and that experience of the Eagles winning the Super Bowl was one of the highlights of my life. And particularly the way they did it, with the cast of characters they did it with, and the way Nick Foles played as a real underdog, real Philadelphia story, and we just thought, he's going to be a legend in Philadelphia for the rest of all of our lives, and till the end of time, really.
Support from the city of Philadelphia has been enormous. All of the memorabilia on the walls has been donated, and many Philly celebrities have even stopped by on their visit to London.
Let's be very, very clear, the support that we've had from Philadelphia has been awe-inspiring, overwhelming, emotional. It's been really, really amazing, the support that we've had from back home. We've had everyone from the mayor here to Philadelphia Eagles here. The Philadelphia Eagles came and brought the Super Bowl trophy. We had Brent Selleck carry the Super Bowl trophy in. We've had Jay Wright, Villanova's basketball coach, come through last autumn. We had Tom McCarthy, the Phillies announcer, come through. We've had loads of Philly personalities come through. And I'll tell you, it's meant a lot. It's meant a lot to us to know that we have that support back home. We're always getting people from back in Philly checking in on us, make sure we're doing okay. We're always getting parcels of stuff from Philadelphia. Everything you see around you pretty much has been donated.
The pub and its connection to the city of brotherly love hopes to reach people who are not from the city or the U.S.
We hope that particularly people who aren't from Philadelphia or aren't from America for that matter, and there's a lot of them who come in here. A lot of American curious people, we say, aspirational American follower type people. We really hope they experience something they hadn't really considered before. A lot of people think of America and they think about America in sort of broad strokes, and it doesn't really occur to them that America is like many other countries or regions of the world. It's very regional, it's very ethnic, it's very local, and there's a lot of pride attached to that. And so what we hope people, particularly those people who aren't from America, come and understand is, wow, I've never considered the city of Philadelphia before, but what an interesting place. Right?
This iconic pub continues to be a destination for not only locals, but Philadelphians. Eating a Philly cheesesteak over 3,000 miles away from the city of brotherly love. Justin Gick, LaSalle TV News, London.
We're constantly trying to be on the forefront of different advances in technology and new things that come out.
This is how Chief Monahan of the Cherry Hill Police describes the department's motive to stay ahead.
Are you both needed there?
From in-car cameras to license plate readers to dispatch, these are some of the tools that the police department use to protect the community. The department also has infrared devices, which Sergeant Campana describes.
That we have are, forward-looking infrared, finding missing persons, anybody concealing themselves, and a whole host of other, databases.
Perhaps one of the most important technology devices used at the department are body cameras.
All of our officers wear body cameras when they're out patrolling. We've had them for almost 5 years now. They're worn on the officer's person, and they record every encounter that they have with citizens. We follow the AG guidelines as well as our own policy as to when they're turned off for certain privacy issues, but the majority of the calls the officers have them on.
Chief Monahan wants residents of Cherry Hill to know this about the officers watching over their community.
That we're vigilant and we're constantly out there, that we need their help as much as they feel they need our help and want our help. If they see something, they need to say something. Don't be afraid to contact us, to call us. They're never bothering us.
Reporting in Cherry Hill, Justin Gick, LaSalle TV News.